Hi, good morning. My name is Andrew. I've been a born-again child of God for more than 50 years. And I think you can imagine I've done my fair share of living, my fair share of doing things wrong, even as a Christian, my fair share of struggle with all sorts of issues. But I recently discovered something that totally changed my life. And obviously I want to share it with everybody. But I find people are not that ready to just receive new things. And I have to really delve in and get behind the scenes and find out why people rejecting new things, even if they are good. And I discovered with my friend Dieter, it's as basic as the love languages. So I want to take you through 2 articles that Dieter wrote on the love languages and why it is so important to give people, speak to people in the language that they identify with. So first, become like them, be accommodating to their needs. But then we're gonna show how people actually are programmed through life, and the basic needs that develop through this lack of stuff that is needed to fill their love tanks is basically caused by pain in their life. Events that just come across them, and things and pains they have to just mask with different behaviors. And then we're going to show how you can only find total fulfillment in Jesus. So you have to take your stuff back to Him and say, please God, heal me from this. My behavior is not normal. I can't depend on other people to fill my love tank all the time. But then in the last session, I'm going to show you how, by going back to God's blueprint for Adam. Now let's just stop there for a moment. I think Adam is not our favorite character, because we all blame him for being the guy who caused us to be where we are today. And we don't actually know, we don't want to know too much about him. But then I discovered a book, and this book says, let's go back to the blueprint of how God actually intended for Adam to behave, and how God planned for him to go through life. And this just opened my eyes so wide for all the lies that Satan has been telling me over these years, and how he programs everything, and how he uses our subconscious mind, the gift that God has given us to make tedious tasks easier. How Satan just programs our subconscious mind with belief systems, and eventually we get to a place where our soul is so strong that you cannot get past it. And this is the journey that I'm on. I want to invite you to just spend these 3 sessions with me. This book by Dutch Sheets talks about how Adam elevated his soul. And he totally misused or forgot about the fact that he had the talking Bible with him in paradise. He totally ignored God's voice in his life, and he started doing what he thought was best. And that's exactly where we are today. We work everything out with our minds, and what we think and what we feel. In other words, our soul. And we ignore the Spirit. It shows us how we can turn this whole situation around and start using the soul for what it was supposed to be used, a tool in God's mighty hand. This is a very exciting journey. As you experience it more and more, you'll see how Satan just messes with people's minds and how they run, how they're controlled by their belief systems, whether it's true or not. So they don't even go back and question it. They just behave on what they are programmed to do instead of God's truth. This is a wonderful journey to be on. Please join me, come with me.